Good morning class. Today we are gonna learn about crop production and management 8th class science first chapter. I know that you all have done your homework for read and write this that I have sent you on WhatsApp. So first we are gonna read about first paragraph. Is saying that Paheli and Bujho went to their uncle's house. Paheli is the character and Bujho is also a character of the book. And they went to their uncle's house and during the summer vacation. Their uncle is a farmer. One day they saw some tools like khurpi, sickle, shovel, plough, etc. in the field. One day they saw these tools like sickle, shovel, plough, etc. in the field. So Bujho said that I want to know where and how we use these tools. So you have all learnt about that all living organisms require food. You all know that every living organism require food and water. Okay, so plants can make their food themselves. Plants can make their food themselves by the help of photosynthesis. You all know what is photosynthesis. So can you recall how green plants synthesize their own food? Can you recall? Recall means in Hindi is फिर से याद करिए that how green plants or plants that can synthesize their own food, how they do it, how photosynthesis works, what things are required for photosynthesis. Recall it, okay? Animals including humans and cannot make their own food. Animals and humans cannot make their own food in their body. Okay, they cannot make their food in their body. So where do we get animals and humans food? We get it from these farmers. Okay, but first of all, why do we have to eat food? Why do we have to eat food? You already know that energy is the food. Energy is the form of food we eat, okay? Is utilized by organisms by carrying out for their body functions such as digestion, respiration and excretion. Energy is mainly used for these three things. This is very main, such as digestion, excretion, and the last thing is respiration. These three things are main uses for energy. Okay, so we get our food from both plants and animals, both. So Bujho is again asking that since we all need food, how can we provide food to a large number of people in a country? So Paheli is saying that food has to be produced on a large scale. In order to provide food for a large population means that how many people are in your country, that much people is known as population. Okay, so in order to provide food for a large population, regular production, proper management and distribution is necessary. Regular production means the same production should be every day or every in the week, regularly. Proper management, there should be no mistake in the management of these crops. And distribution is the main point, to give everyone these foods or crops. So here is the important one, 1.1 agriculture practices. In this, a block is made of and this is written. This is very important. So write this in your copy. Till 10,000 BCE, people were nomadic. They were wandering in group from place to place in search of food and shelter. In 10,000 BC, the people was traveling this island to that island and this island to that island, everywhere in search of food and water and shelter. They ate raw fruits. They ate raw fruits like apple, mango or berries and vegetables and started hunting life for food. Later, they could cultivate land and produce rice, wheat and other food crops. After much time, they grow your own crops like wheat and other food crops. Thus was born agriculture. The main point is to show agriculture. Agriculture is the main point of this chapter, okay? So, when plants of the same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. This is the definition of a crop. First write it in your copy. When plants of the same kind, when plants of the same kind grown or cultivated on a large scale, it is known as crops. This is the definition of crops. This will be made in your exam, so write it. And for example, crop of wheat means the plant grown in a field are that of wheat, okay? Crop of wheat means that all the plants grown in a field are that of wheat. In a line they are saying a crop of wheat. So it means that on a large scale production, it is fully grown wheat. There is no other crop like rice or it is fully grown with wheat, okay? So you already know that crops are of different types like cereals, vegetables and fruits. These can be classified on the basis of the season. These can be classified on the basis of the season in which they grow. These can be classified, wheat can be or other crops can be classified in the season which they grow. The climatic condition of the India is vast country, so its temperature, humidity and rainfall vary from other regions, okay? Region means like it is Madhya Pradesh, the other region should be Uttar Pradesh or Uttarakhand, okay? So the next line is saying variety of crops grow in different parts of the country. Despite this diversity, two broad crops pattern to be identified are, I am erasing this. Okay, so there are two types of crops mainly, Kharif crops and which are sown in the rainy season. these crops, kharif crops, are mainly sown. Kharif crops are mainly sown in rainy season. Write it down. Okay, so you have written this in your copy. Kharif crops. Kharif crops are mainly sown in rainy season. Kharif crops are mainly sown in rainy season, and these are also known as rainy season crop. Okay, crop. So these crops are generally sown between June to September. Okay. These crops are mainly sown in these months. Okay. So these crops are known as paddy, maize, soyabean. Examples of these crops are paddy, maize, and soyabean, groundnut, cotton, soyabean, bean, groundnut, cotton, etc. Okay. Now the next line is saying that Rabi crops. Rabi crops are the crops that grown in winter season. So I am erasing this. Hope you have written in your copy. So Rabi crops, RABI crops. These are mainly sown in these crops are mainly sown in winter season. These crops are mainly sown in winter season. The months of these crops are October to March. October to March. So the examples of these crops are wheat, gram. Examples are wheat, gram, pea, mustard, etc. Write it down. The next line is saying basic practices of crop production. So cultivation of the crop involves several activities undertaken by farmers of the period of time. You may find these activities are similar of those carried out gardeners or even by venue ornamental plants in your house. Okay, these main practices are done by you also when you grow gardening plants in your garden, like flowers or medicinal. So these are first preparation of soil. preparation of soil. Second is sowing the seeds. Sowing the seeds. Third, adding manure and fertilizer. Adding manure and fertilizer. Hope you know what is fertilizer. If you don't know, this will discuss in the second class tomorrow. And fourth is irrigation. Fifth is protecting from weeds. Okay. The sixth one is harvesting. Harvesting is to remove the crops from their growing point. And sixth one is storage. Okay, these are the most important production points that is done by time to time. The first one is preparation of the soil. Then we sow the seeds in the ground, and then we add the manure and fertilizer. After that we irrigate it and protecting from weeds. Weeds are the non-wanted plants that grow with the plants of the crop. Okay, and after that we do harvesting and storage. So these are the main points. Write it. Then it is saying the preparation of soil. Then the preparation of the soil is the first step before growing a crop. One of the most important tasks, this is most important. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to prepare the soil, okay, and loosen it. When we prepare the soil gets loose, okay, and then the soil allows the seed roots to penetrate deeply. Why does the loosening of soil allow the roots to breathe easily? The loosened soil helps in the growing of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. These earthworms and microbes are the friends of farmers, and these help us to add humus in the soil. Humus will also be discussed in the next part of the video. Okay, you have learned in the previous classes that the soil contains mineral, water, air and some living organisms. In addition, there are plants and animals that get decomposed in the soil by organisms. This way, various nutrients in the soil get released back and goes to the plant that is sown in the soil. Goes to the seed and it grows into plant. Okay. Now the next video will be tomorrow. Thanks.